Welcome into another Sports Hub Patriots free agency instant reactioner. As instant as we can make it with all the signings kind of happening on top of each other this evening. And thanks to the Patriots for waiting to make most of their signings until we were out of the office, away from the studio, and back at home. It's Alex, Barth, Matt Dolloff with you from 98.5 thesportshub.com. And the big signing, the one that kicked off the trio of Monday night signings, Mike Onwenu back in New England, a 3-year, $57 million deal, worth $38 million guaranteed. The Patriots' biggest internal free agent. Sounded like maybe he was getting away. The guard market started exploding throughout the day, but he's back in New England, and I would say what feels like a relatively team-friendly price.
Oh, absolutely. And it's funny to say that, Barth, because other than Tom Brady, like this might be the biggest, the most money they've spent on a free agent internally or externally, right? Because it's close to what Matthew Judon got, but it might be a little bit more, which is saying something. There's obviously a new regime in town. I'm not sure that Bill Belichick would have wanted to spend this much money on a single player, let alone an offensive lineman. He probably thinks he can get those guys anywhere. But I am personally glad that they re-signed Michael Onwenu. They kept a core performer. They extended a core performer from within, as Elliot Wilt described it. So I thought this was arguably the number one thing. I know obviously quarterback is probably the biggest need on the team at the moment, but we can get into that in other videos because they've made other signings here. Have they signed anybody else, by the way, in the last 40 seconds or so? Because
they have not. I think we're safe for now. So
okay, good. But Mike Onwenu, cornerstone player. It sounds like he's going to stay at right tackle, so that's great news. They seem they should be pretty set at guard with Cole Strange and City So, the way City So played right guard last year. So if Mike Onwenu goes back to guard, that's a bad sign. But it's good that they signed another tackle and left tackle. That's up now. I don't know if they're going to invest in that in free agency, but really glad that they made the Onwenu signing happen. I would have been fine if they just re-signed him and didn't retain anybody else, but they also re-signed Kendrick Bourne and Hunter Henry. So far, I think it's a good start to the offseason for Elliot Wolf, even though they didn't make a major splash outside the organization today.
You kind of alluded to it. The one other thing I wanted to bring up, Doug Kyed, the Boston Herald, reporting shortly after the signing, quote, ideally, the Patriots will still find a left tackle to play across for Mike Onwenu, but there's an internal belief that Chuck Okorafor could play left tackle as needed. So two things there. It does make it sound like the plan is for Onwenu to stay a tackle. And if so, I talked about how that contract, based on how the guard market went, was great. At tackle, I mean, outstanding in terms of the contract. But Chuck Okorafor, that's the tackle they signed from the Steelers late last week. 6 NFL seasons, 2 snaps total played at left tackle in the NFL. That doesn't mean he can't do it, but it does mean you don't know that he can do it, and it's going to be a project to get him there. Hopefully that's a last resort kind of thing in terms of in season. I'd still like to see them add, whether it's in the draft or in free agency, a left tackle. I still look at Jonah Williams from the Bengals, who I know played right tackle this year, was a starting left tackle the last 3 years, as a guy they maybe target moving forward here.
Yeah, that's an interesting report about Okorafor possibly playing left tackle. Why would the Patriots want that out there would be my question for that. Like, are they trying to mentally prepare us for not signing Tyron Smith? Like, I'd be okay.
They don't want other teams they want other teams to know, don't worry, you don't have to draft tackles. We won't draft one.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's a weird like leverage play against a guy like Tyron Smith or Jonah Williams. It's like, no, we don't need you. Like, just take our deal. We don't need you. We got a core for. Like, that doesn't seem pretty real. That doesn't seem that realistic at all to me. I still think they'll probably draft a tackle with one of their first 3 picks in the draft coming up this year, and that'll hopefully be their left tackle. But yeah, I mean, I do like what they've done on the offensive line so far. I do like the Okorafor signing. I know that was a lower level signing, and he sort of fell out of favor in Pittsburgh, but he could at least be a swing tackle for them. So look, tackle top 2 need on the team. Like, some people might say it was their biggest need. Like, they needed 2 starting tackles, and they're at least halfway there. So I'm pretty happy with what they've done there. And yeah, and it's crazy to me that they got Onwenu for under $20 million a year after what we saw in the open market. I forget the exact numbers for Jonah Jackson signing with the Rams. Forgive me, but that's a big deal.
Robert Hunt got like $100 million.
Robert Hunt is the one that got over a $20 million a year AAV, I believe.
Yeah.
On his new deal. And so, yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't get that for Onwenu. Maybe Onwenu's taking a bit of a hometown discount. He likes it here. He could have gotten, I figured he would have been able to get a little bit more than what he got here, especially it's a 3-year deal, not a 4-year deal. Yep. So it's a little interesting to me. I wonder if Mike Onwenu representing himself, not having an agent, sort of played a role in that. Maybe he didn't want the 4 years. He wants to hit the open market again before he hits 30 years old. So that's just a thought. I don't know what led to that, but yeah, I think it's a great deal for the Patriots overall.
Well, whatever the reasoning, Mike Onwenu back in New England. For more on the signing, check out the description below this video. We have the link to our story there. And of course, reacting to all the Patriots signings on 98.5thesportshub.com. We also have and will have more reactions to the Patriots signings right here on the Sports Hub YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe to that. For Matt Dolloff, I'm Alex Barth. Thanks for watching.